I think if you're going to go Vacheron, you have to go for the blue dial.
Fluted Motif diamond dial.
He's looking to part X his rose gold GMT for this.
He's in today to collect his new sub.
Probably Breitland's most famous watch.
When it was new in 1999, it would have been about £1,900.
Deal of the week. Deal of the week.
So we have organised the part exchange deal. The gentleman had a white gold Yachtmaster 42 on Oyster Flex, and his part exchange, as it's his wife's 30th birthday next week, for a 36mm with a fluted Motif diamond dial, Jubilee bracelet, fluted bezel. Probably one of the nicest combinations of that bimetal Datejust 36 that I've seen. It'll make a nice 30th birthday present. Happy birthday.
From the 40s or 50s, I'm not sure, because like...
I would say definitely not 40s, I would say 60s.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind how old this watch is, the condition of it is impeccable. The Rolex crest is still sharp. So this is a testament to its manufacture. So if I was to purchase this as a watch, I would be wanting to pay £600-700, but the gold content is more. Gold content, we would give you £900 for it. I mean, it has got a little bit of oxidization, a tiny little bit of damage there, but if you wanted us to try and sell it on your behalf, I would try and get you something like £1,200 back. It might sell in a week, it might take a year.
Yeah.
This could be a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I'd service the watch, and I wouldn't do anything other to the aesthetics of it. I wouldn't spend any money on it, but I would say to the customer, if it was for a Christmas present or a birthday present, we could do that. Okay. So if you want to consign it, I would try and get you £1,200 back for it.
I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah. Deliberate over this one.
So we've got the customer in store today who came in last week. He asked us to source the new bezel green Submariner. He's done a part X with us. You've probably seen that on an earlier episode. He's in today to collect his new sub. He's absolutely over the moon with the watch. We've just sized it to his wrist.
So this is the watch that was sourced over the weekend.
Yes, it was he came into store Thursday last week. It's now Tuesday. The watch is now in our store, and he's got it on his wrist. Super.
And he's got a really nice other watch in his collection as well, which is the new
Pelagos
39mm Pelagos. So will he be keeping both watches, or and alternating between?
Yeah, I've got an Explorer and a 36mm Seamaster, the original Seamaster.
Wow. Steel dive watch, you've got a titanium dive watch,
yes,
and then you've an everyday kind of field watch kind of thing.
Yeah. And it's
now the glade lock can be made bigger or smaller. It's directly in the middle there, yeah.
Yeah, that's
so have you always wore your watch on the inside?
Yeah, always. I know I have it a long time, when I first started wearing it.
That watch was given to me to scrap.
Yep.
But I kind of like it. So it's like, I felt it's probably not worth nothing. It's probably, the value is 18 karat gold.
So this is a brand that I've seen before. I've wound the watch, and there's quite a nice wind to it. If somebody brings a watch in and it doesn't wind, never force it. Your second hand is working independently, the chronograph hand is working, but the pusher, so I'm not going to put pressure on there, because that should stop and that should fly back. It is your classic gents chronograph.
Yeah. Obviously it works, but they might need some love, so I want to restore it a little bit.
What I'll do is, I can tell you now, I could send the dial away to be restored, but my advice would be, as long as you can live with it, just leave that dial because it's got character, it's got patina. You know, I'll let the watchmaker have a look, and if he says, oh, it's a relatively inexpensive repair, we could do that, service, repair, but I would just leave the dial as original. I think that's got a beautiful dial, it's got a little bit of character, it's a little bit like me. It's a little
What's the brand name on the...
So, it's Nicolet. Now it's called Charles Nicolet.
Back in the day, that company went bankrupt and split into different companies, and then obviously that didn't exist anymore. But
so, as is, you know, if you had to buy that today, do you know what something like that would be worth in that condition?
I think the scrap value on that watch, because we'll start off, that's how it came about. The scrap value on that watch will be between $350 and $450 for the gold, depending on the day.
Yeah, that's right.
I would quite happily pay that for the watch. 10 years ago, I would have paid £200 for that watch.
Yeah.
But the gold outweighs the value.
So, and how much would you need to spend on it just to give it a mechanical service so you can wear it?
I would like to be coming back to you saying that, you know, for £250, we'll get that watch, a couple of spring bars in, serviced, a little repair. I don't believe it's worth spending much more on unless it had sentimental value.
Yeah. So we're back this week. We've picked out a few watches for the value in the market section, right? But this week we've decided we're going to do watches that are £500 under list, £1,000 under list, and £2,000 under list. Right, so you've picked out the first one, a watch that's at least £500 under the retail price.
Yeah, so I've went with one that is slightly more than £500 on the list. I've went for this, so this is the 126613LN. So it's the new reference 41mm Submariner date with obviously the two-tone bimetal, steel and yellow gold, black ceramic bezel. This is the new model, as I say, it's a 41mm watch. The current retail price is $13,150, and I can sell you this today for $12,500.
Why do you think the black and gold trades for less than the blue and gold?
The blue's always carried a slight premium, so even back to like the 90s and the early 2000 watches, the blue will always carry a premium over the black. I think that's just to do with probably the supply and demand for that watch, and obviously it's a little bit harder to get out of AD.
It's funny, isn't it, as well, that the blue one has a nickname, the black one doesn't?
Yeah.
So you get the bluesy, but the black one, it's referred to as the black kit, isn't it?
Yeah, black kit and the blue kit.
Maybe it has something to do with the fact that you can get a black Submariner in steel, but you can't get a blue Submariner in steel.
Yeah, exactly.
So if somebody's already got a steel Submariner, this one maybe is too similar for them,
exactly,
so they want a blue
black
kit.
bezel, yeah.
Or a bluesy.
But this is a watch that was, when it first came out, obviously the 41mm model. The 40mm discontinued in 2020, so this is one of the first of the 2020 new references. It was trading for like 17,000
right
at the time. The blue was similar, always probably 1 to 2k more.
And now what's it trading for?
And now it's selling for 12,500.
Right.
This is a December 2020 piece, literally as new condition. The blue, same age, is still trading for around £1,500 more than that.
Right.
So it does still carry a slight premium, but the black kit today is 12,500 and it's $650 on the retail price.
So in the kind of over £1,000 under retail price,
some bargains.
I picked out this guy. Now, this particular watch is a 2022. It's a Breitling Navitimer. The Navitimer is probably Breitland's most famous watch. It's kind of the Submariner of Breitling, I would say. It's got a very unique bracelet. It is a bigger watch. This is 46mm, but it's a chronograph function, blue dial, open case back. It's just got a big presence, this watch. The retail price on this, I've got my cheat sheet here, is £7,650. So, you know, it isn't a cheap watch, but it's currently on our website for $6,450. So this watch being less than a year old, I think you're getting quite a lot of watch
for the money.
Recognisable, unique bracelet, iconic Breitling model in the Navitimer.
It's a lovely dial as well.
Yeah,
with
the blue, it's got really nice contrast. 46mm watch. It's not going to be for everyone.
It wouldn't be for my wrist anyway, that's for sure.
I think the people who do like a bigger watch,
it's a great
really
option.
like a bigger watch, you know. So
and with the open case back as well, it's really nice.
Exactly. So that would be my pick in the kind of £1,000 under the retail price in the pre-owned market. And then if you're looking at £2,000 or more under the retail price, I've picked out this IWC. Now this is from the Portofino range.
It's a cool watch.
It's on a Milanese mesh bracelet. It's in steel. It's actually got a day, date, and a chronograph function. So yeah, I just think this is a really nice looking watch. And this watch retailed, it's a 2021 watch, and it retailed for 5,850. So, you know,
which is still pretty reasonable.
Well, in Rolex, what can you get for 5,850? You're going to get an Oyster Perpetual.
Oyster Perpetual, but then you'd have to still wait
which
a
is
very long time.
It's a time-only watch.
Yeah.
It trades way over retail. Okay. If you want an Oyster Perpetual, you want an Oyster Perpetual.
Exactly,
but this, you're getting a chronograph, day, date, and you're getting something that's unmistakably IWC in the terms of the Portofino. Obviously, a much dressier watch.
Yeah,
but it's still sporty. If you want it to be sporty, you can dress it down. But it would look great under a suit as well. Now this is on the Watchtrader website for 3,750.
And what's the retail?
5,850. This retailed for.
Bargain.
So £2,100 under the retail price. I'm sure as well if you reach out to yourself, Josh, on Instagram, you'll be able to hook somebody up with a deal on this. Now, you know, we're not trying to push these particular watches. We've just picked out a few
ones that we thought were best
that
value
we think
for
are
money and obviously under retail, because in this market, especially Rolex, it is very hard to find something that is under retail, that is modern and obviously not 5-10 years old.
Yeah.
And the same with these watches. These are pretty new. 2021 and a 2022 watch. So
yeah, we're going to try and include this section a bit more in the weekly videos where we'll pick out some watches that, you know, offer value in the market at different kind of price points. You know, so yeah, let us know what you think of these watches. IWC Portofino, Breitling Navitimer,
and the Rolex Submariner two-tone.
You just can't sit like that, mate.
Just carry on. Just
Sit up, but don't spoil it.
I'm not, just talk.
Look at him, man. You can
Talk, mate.
sit up then.
Sorry.
Good boy.
What's this? Deal of the week. Deal of the week. So I'm a bit ropey from the match.
So am I.
So we'll let John do the deal of the week. Well, the match last night was different class, wasn't it, John?
It was very
What
good.
were you shouting? Toon.
Lots of things.
Deal of the week. Deal of the week. Deal of the week.
Right, so, deal of the week this week. First of all, if there's anybody in France, or more specifically Paris, bonjour. And we have two Tudors. The first one, in fact, they're both 2022 and they're both Black Bay 58s. The first one is stock number 4382. Full set, has everything with it, full links. The list price is 3,350. I was going to do for 2,750. I was going to do for 2,500. The deal of the week this week, stock number 4382, the Tudor Black Bay 58 is £2,000. The second Tudor that we have is one of my favourite Tudors, and it is, again, a Tudor Black Bay, and it's the 925 sterling silver with the brown leather strap, the open case back. So it's very rare that you see a watch made out of silver. They also make watches out of bronze, and I just think it's a smaller size and it's a nice tidy little watch. This watch, the list price is £3,890. This is unworn, full set, 2022, and I was going to do it for £3,000. I was going to do it for £2,600. The deal of the week this week, stock number 4,000. It is £2,250.
Deal of the week. Deal of the week.
So we've had a customer come in today. He couldn't decide which watch he wanted. GMT Pepsi. Was it Oyster or Jubilee? He's decided to take away the Oyster with him. Let us know in the comments which one you would have preferred.
This is the sentimental value one.
Here we go, Harry. This is where it all changes.
I don't want to sell this.
Yep.
It's not winding anymore.
Right, so I can tell you exactly what's wrong with that.
The spring.
The mainspring's gone.
Yeah.
So it needs a mainspring.
That was
and
used
since
99 that was until...
So it's 1999, Harry, but it's in above average condition.
I wore that every day since my
If you have a look at the Rolex crest, this may have been polished once in its lifetime, but not over polished. This is quite unusual because if you were to order diamonds from Rolex, you nearly always went for the white gold fluted bezel. So it's been a specific order. It might have been in a window, and your grandfather might have been a shrewd cookie and took it as another deal.
My dad gave it to my grandfather, my grandfather gave it to me. Since trading on.
So if you were to send this watch to Rolex for a mainspring and a service, they would probably charge you between $750 and $850.
Yeah, that's the price, I think.
What I would say to them is, I wouldn't personally refurb it. I would just give it a proper clean and leave it in its worn condition.
Yeah.
If we were to do that for you, we would be looking between £300 and £400. A lot cheaper than Rolex.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And it would just be steam cleaned. Because it's a beautiful.
What's the value of this at the moment?
The value of that without papers is between sort of 3,000 and 3,500. When it was new in 1999, it would have been about £1,900.
Nice.
So again, it's something for the future.
My customers came up all the way from London, came up for the Newcastle match, which is tonight, the Champions League match. And he's looking to part X his rose gold GMT for this, which I sourced in probably about 2 hours off you asking for one. A Meteorite GMT Pepsi, absolutely stunning watch. I'm not sure if you've seen one in person yet.
Not yet, no.
Well, there you go. And the good thing about, obviously, the Meteorite is every single one's different, so you'll never see another Meteorite, which is the same, which is really cool. He's part X in this, which is a 126715. CHNL full leather rose rupiah, another great watch. I'll show you the Vacherons as well, so I'm not sure which one you like the look of, but
I particularly like the blue dart on this, and especially how the prices have come down a lot, and they come with the 3 straps. I think it's a lot more.
Comes with everything. I think if you're going to go Vacheron, you have to go for the blue dart.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, this one comes with the leather strap.
Yeah, but not a metal.
No, not a metal strap. Yeah. That would be beautiful if it did.
Yeah, that's the kind of
full rose gold. Yeah. So rubber and leather with that. This one just comes as is. Yeah, so we're asking 31.5 for this. This is 2023, everything, and that's 34. That's listed for. That's 2022.
For a gold watch.
Full rose gold. I like it with the silver dial as well.
I do actually.
It's nice. It's like a nice breakup off the colours with it's almost like a brown rubber strap as well. That's cool. I've never actually seen one like that.
So it's the Newcastle fan in me, the one with the GMT with black and white, and.
It's really cool.
They retail at 8.2 now.
Yeah.
I got that in 2000 in duty free at Heathrow for just under 5.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But as you say, I see lots of Planet Oceans knocking around.
You see them black and orange? Is it predominantly?
Black and orange. There's black and orange GMT, but I've only seen that in one shop at Heathrow.
I've never seen one. I don't think it's really cool. Different to the black and the orange.
That's my daily.
Yeah, perfect.